What makes Samson one of the most intriguing figures in biblical history? Known for his extraordinary strength and tumultuous life, Samson's story is a captivating mix of faith, power, and human frailty. His tale is one of divine purpose and personal struggle, where miraculous feats of strength collide with moments of vulnerability and betrayal. From his divine birth and the Nazarite vow to his legendary battles and ultimate sacrifice, Samson's life offers profound lessons about strength and faith. Join us as we unravel the fascinating story of Samson, the strongest man according to the Bible, whose legacy continues to inspire and challenge us. Now let's explore the remarkable journey of a man who was as mighty in spirit as he was in strength. The divine birth of Samson. Imagine being visited by an angel with incredible news that would change your life forever. This is how the story of Samson begins. An angel of the Lord appeared to a couple who had been unable to have children. He brought them a message of hope and promise. The angel told them that they would have a son, and that this child would be special, set apart for God's purpose from the very start. This wasn't just any birth announcement. It was a divine promise that marked the beginning of an extraordinary life. Samson was to be a Nazarite, a person dedicated to God with a special vow. From the moment of his miraculous birth, Samson was destined for greatness. His life would be one of immense strength and purpose, chosen by God to lead and protect the Israelites. The announcement of Samson's birth was not only a blessing to his parents, but a sign to all of Israel that God had a plan for their deliverance. This divine promise laid the foundation for Samson's incredible story and set the stage for his legendary feats of strength and faith. The Nazarite vow. Let's talk about the secret behind Samson's incredible strength. His Nazarite vow. This wasn't just any promise. It was a lifelong commitment to God that set him apart from others. Samson was consecrated as a Nazarite, which came with a set of strict rules and vows. These included abstaining from wine and other alcoholic drinks, avoiding any contact with dead bodies, and most famously, never cutting his hair. These vows were not just symbolic. They represented Samson's dedication and devotion to God. The Nazarite vow was a special mark of his identity and purpose, signifying his role as a leader and protector of Israel. Samson's uncut hair, in particular, was believed to be the source of his legendary strength, a physical manifestation of his commitment to God. Living by these vows was no easy task, but they were a constant reminder of the unique calling placed upon his life. The Nazarite vow shaped Samson's character and actions, giving him the strength to accomplish great feats. It served as a powerful symbol of how faith and obedience to God's commands can empower and transform a person's life. Feats of strength. Imagine witnessing a man with the strength to tear a lion apart with his bare hands. This is just one of the incredible feats that made Samson legendary. His strength was beyond human, a gift from God that left people in awe. Samson's life was filled with astonishing acts that showcased his divine empowerment and his role as a protector of Israel. One of his most famous feats was defeating 1,000 Philistines with nothing but the jawbone of a donkey. Picture the scene. A lone man, surrounded by enemies, using an unlikely weapon to achieve victory. This act of bravery and strength demonstrated Samson's incredible power and his commitment to defending his people against their oppressors. Another remarkable moment was when Samson carried the massive gates of Gaza on his shoulders and walked for miles. This wasn't just a display of physical strength. It was a statement of defiance against those who sought to capture him. Samson's feats were not just random acts of strength. They were divine signs of his unique calling as a judge and leader. Each incredible act served to remind the Israelites of God's presence and power, reinforcing Samson's role as a key figure in their history and inspiring generations to come. The riddle at the wedding feast. Let's set the scene. A lively wedding feast filled with celebration, laughter, and the clinking of cups. Amid the festivities, Samson decided to challenge the Philistines with a riddle. It was a clever puzzle, reflecting not just his strength but his sharp mind. He bet them that they couldn't solve it, offering them a wager of 30 linen garments and 30 sets of clothes if they succeeded. The riddle was tricky. Out of the eater, something to eat. Out of the strong, something sweet. The Philistines were baffled and couldn't figure it out, but they were determined not to lose. In desperation, they pressured Samson's new wife into revealing the answer, which she tearfully coaxed out of Samson. Once they had the answer, the Philistines triumphantly solved the riddle, and Samson knew they had cheated. This betrayal marked the beginning of a tumultuous and adversarial relationship between Samson and the Philistines. It was a moment that would lead to further conflicts and reveal the complexities of Samson's life. This incident showed his cunning and also foreshadowed the personal and cultural battles that would define much of his life, setting the stage for the intense rivalry and struggles that followed. The betrayal by Delilah. In the story of Samson, one of the most poignant moments is his betrayal by Delilah. Their relationship was filled with passion and complexity, but it ultimately led to his downfall. Delilah, who captured Samson's heart, was approached by the Philistines with a tempting offer. They promised her silver if she could uncover the secret of Samson's incredible strength. Determined to discover this secret, Delilah repeatedly questioned Samson, pleading with him to trust her. Samson, wary of betrayal, initially gave her false answers. But Delilah persisted, using her charm and emotional appeal to wear him down. Eventually, Samson revealed the truth. His strength was tied to his uncut hair, a symbol of his vow to God. Once Delilah had this knowledge, she betrayed Samson, cutting his hair while he slept and handing him over to the Philistines. Samson's strength left him, and he was captured, blinded, and imprisoned by his enemies. This betrayal was a turning point in Samson's life, leading to his greatest trials. It highlighted the dangers of misplaced trust and the devastating impact of betrayal. Samson's story with Delilah is a cautionary tale of love and treachery, illustrating how even the mightiest can fall when their vulnerabilities are exposed. Samson's final act of strength. In the dim light of a Philistine temple, blinded and humiliated, Samson found himself at the lowest point of his life. But in this moment of despair, he turned to God with one last request. Captured and mocked by his enemies, Samson was brought out to entertain them during a grand feast. Surrounded by jeers and laughter, he stood between the temple's central pillars and prayed for strength once more. "Let me die with the Philistines," he pleaded, asking God to empower him for one final act of defiance. His hair had begun to grow back, symbolizing the return of his strength and connection to God. In a powerful surge of faith and determination, Samson pushed against the pillars with all his might. The temple collapsed, killing thousands of Philistines along with Samson himself. This final act was not just about revenge. It was a moment of sacrifice and redemption. Samson's prayer and his willingness to give his life underscored his ultimate reliance on God. It marked his role as a deliverer of Israel, using his last moments to strike a significant blow against their oppressors. Samson's final act of strength stands as a testament to the power of faith, reminding us that even in our weakest moments, we can find strength through reliance on a higher power. The legacy of Samson. Samson's life is a fascinating story of incredible strength, faith, and human imperfection. Throughout his life, he was a symbol of God's intervention, showing how divine power can manifest through an individual. Despite his supernatural strength and feats, Samson was also a man with weaknesses and flaws, which makes his story so relatable and human. His legacy is a powerful reminder of the consequences of breaking vows and the importance of staying true to one's commitments. Samson's life shows us the highs and lows of someone who was chosen by God, but struggled with his own desires and decisions. Yet, despite his mistakes, Samson is remembered as one of the strongest figures in biblical history. His story encourages us to reflect on our own lives and the ways we can align our actions with our faith and values. Samson's tale is not just about physical strength. It's about the inner strength we can find through faith and obedience to God's will. Samson's enduring legacy is a testament to the power of redemption and the belief that, even when we falter, we can still fulfill our purpose through faith and perseverance. His life continues to inspire and challenge us to seek strength not just in ourselves, but in our relationship with the divine. Samson's influence on popular culture. Samson's story has transcended its biblical origins, finding a place in popular culture as a symbol of strength and complexity. His tale has inspired countless adaptations in literature, art, and film, each exploring different facets of his character. From classic paintings that depict his legendary feats to modern movies that capture his dramatic life, Samson's story continues to captivate audiences around the world. In literature, his story has been retold in various forms, often highlighting the themes of power, betrayal, and redemption. These adaptations emphasize his role as a tragic hero, a man of immense strength who struggled with personal flaws. His character serves as a powerful metaphor for the human condition, reflecting the tension between physical might and moral responsibility. Samson's influence is evident in everyday language too, where his name is synonymous with strength and resilience. His story remains a powerful reminder of the potential for greatness that lies within us all, as well as the pitfalls that accompany unchecked power and ambition. As a cultural icon, Samson continues to inspire and challenge us to consider the true nature of strength and the importance of faith in our lives. Samson's story reminds us that true strength lies not just in physical power, but in faith and perseverance. His life, filled with both triumphs and trials, offers a timeless lesson on the human condition. Thank you for joining us on Sacred Tales, where we explore the captivating narratives of the Bible. If you found Samson's story inspiring, please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for more stories that enlighten and challenge. Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your reflections and engage in conversation with you.